This short-sighted man installed a total of 10 rearview mirrors in his car just to drive it well, but unexpectedly he still parked his car on the railroad tracks. In the car were his 3 legally recognized children, but the man locked the door and walked into the convenience store. Strangely enough, he didn't buy anything, but instead asked for the time. It turns out the man intentionally parked the car on the tracks where the train would pass. A few days ago, Jason's family suddenly had a fire. The parents gave their lives to protect the children, leaving only 3 kids and a huge inheritance. So the judge granted custody to the children's uncle, but the uncle wanted to take all of the kids' inheritance for himself. That's why he used the excuse of a trip to leave the kids on the tracks. The train was scheduled to arrive at 11 o'clock sharp. The uncle leisurely looked at the items on the shelves. The next second, the bottle of soda suddenly started vibrating. At that moment, the uncle finally showed a smug smile. Meanwhile, the kids inside the car sensed something was wrong. They tried to leave but found that the windows were locked. They could only barely break open a small window. The 3-year-old sister in the back seat still didn't know what was going on. At this point, Jason suddenly realized that if they could change the train's tracks, they would escape danger. The sister took apart the seat spring and made a hook lock. The uncle in the convenience store quietly waited while drinking his beverage. The nervous sister missed her shot the first time. She quickly pulled the hook lock back and tried again. Once she hooked the switch, the two of them desperately pulled the string. The uncle watched the approaching train and couldn't help but laugh. At the very last moment, the switch on the tracks was triggered. The train successfully changed to another track. The uncle didn't lose hope after his plan failed, because the inheritance Jason's father left them couldn't be inherited until they came of age. He still had many opportunities to take the inheritance,